Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yes, this is gonna be my first YouTube video so far as 2023 is concerned. And so I'd like to use this opportunity to wish all of you a very happy new year. We are hoping this year goes on well just as we are expecting. Alright. Yeah, so if you're new to this channel, just click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you're gonna get notified as soon as possible. And don't forget to like and let me see your comments as well. All right, yeah, so comment on what topics you want me to talk about. All right, yes, I would be more interested if I should be seeing a lot of topics on risk management and trading psychology. Yeah, I would want to touch more on that this year. So let me see your comments. All right, let me know in the comment section what topics do you want me to talk about when it comes to risk management and when it comes to trading psychology. All right, yeah, so just as I promised you on my Telegram channel yesterday, today I'm going to give you my perspective on all the GPY pairs with the exception of, I think, NZD JPY. Yeah, for that one, I just checked it and I'm not seeing any clear price action on them. But for all these JPY pairs you are seeing on the watch list, I'm gonna give you my perspective on what I think on them. All right, yeah, ever since I started trading, I've felt so much in love with the JPY pairs, especially with GBP JPY, Euro JPY, and AED JPY, because when you should look through all my history concerning swing trades, these are the pairs that give me numbers. All right, these are the pairs that give me numbers when it comes to swing trading, because on a higher time frame I'm able to see what price is really doing on the higher time frame with clarity. All right, yeah, so that is why I love trading the JPY pairs a lot. And I mean, most traders don't like it. I do. All right, that is my unique trait on the market. All right, as a trader, I need to get something that is very unique. All right, and as most people don't like the JPY pairs, I like the JPY pairs because I know what I see on the higher time frame. So let's get into it and then we see what the market is doing. All right, yes, because I'm gonna take swing trades on the JPY pairs. All right, all my trades on the JPY pairs are going to be swing trades, so I'm going to give you my long-term perspective on all these pairs. So let's first of all look at the odd JPY, that is AED JPY, and see what is happening. So this is the daily time frame, and looking at the daily time frame, last week I was expecting price to tap into this order block, and then we see a gyrated move to the upside, and definitely we saw that happen. All right, it came into flourishing where as soon as price tapped into this zone, we saw price gyrating to the upside. All right, and it's a good one. It's really a good one. And so going into next week, my focus is going to be within this area. All right, I want to see price come within this area, and then we see price move to the upside, taking out these buy side liquidity and these ones too as well. All right, it's going to be a long-term trade for me, and so going into next week, that is going to be my focus. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame and see. Yeah, so just within this zone, I want to see price come within this zone, then we see the move to the upside. All right, yeah, so this is what I'm going to do for entry basis. I'm going to look for 50% of this range that I've marked out here. All right, that is going to be my entry point. All right, that is going to be my entry point. So 50% of this range is going to be cool for me for entry. And look at where price began to reject. Look at this. Look at where price began to reject. This is a fair value gap. All right, this is a fair value gap, and so that tells you the power of the fair value gaps so far as trading ICT is concerned. All right, yeah, so that is going to be my expectation on AED JPY going into next week. Yeah, that is going to be my expectation on AED JPY going into next week. So let's see what is also happening on GBP JPY. And one thing too I like so much about the JPY pairs is that, I mean, they have similar price action. All right, the price action on these pairs are very similar, and so analyzing these pairs and looking at how they are reacting, it's not so complicated. All right, that is one reason why I like trading these pairs a lot. All right, yes, when it comes to swing trading. So let's see what is happening in GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, last week I was expecting to see price come to this zone to take out this equal lows into this zone before we see a move to the upside. But at the moment, it looks like it is not happening. All right, it is not happening. Let's switch to the weekly time frame and see. Yes, so I likely to use this bearish candle here as my order block. All right, yes, because look at what is happening here. Price on the weekly has already tapped into the zone already, and then we saw with a quick move to the upside. All right, yes, so I'm expecting to see price respect this bearish candle we are seeing here, and then we see a move to the upside, filling this imbalance. There's an imbalance here. Yeah, so that is going to be my first point of interest. That is going to be my first point of interest. So once price gets into this zone, I'll just take profit and then see where price moves to next. If definitely we see price taking out this high, then definitely we are going to see price moving to the upside. All right, because I mean we've seen what on a bigger time frame, we've seen price come to this low to take out sell side liquidity. Right after that, we saw price moving to the upside, taking out buy side liquidity, and at the same time we had a break in the market structure. Price came back to this zone to pick up internal range liquidity, and at the moment we are seeing price moving to the upside. And so once this liquidity is being taken out, the next point of liquidity is going to be this zone. So let's see what happens going into next week. Let's move to the daily and see what is happening daily. Yeah, so for now I'm not expecting price to get back into this zone again. I want to see price tap into this zone. All right, I want to see price tap into this zone, then we see a move to the upside. So if price should respect this zone, then definitely we are going to see a move to the upside. All right, definitely we are going to see a move to the upside. So just stay on the watch and see what is going to happen. All right, yeah, so just this zone. All right, so we saw price moving into this zone on the 4-hour, and then we saw price moving up, taking out this buy side liquidity here. And so going into next week, all I need to see is price move to the zone. All right, move to the zone, then we see a continuation to the upside. Yeah, so that is going to be my expectation on GBP JPY going into next week and beyond. That is my long-term perspective on GBP JPY. Let's look at what is happening on Euro JPY. So GBP JPY, Euro JPY, we should see a similar price action. All right, yeah. So for Euro JPY, I'll be looking forward to see price come back to this zone. All right, I'll be looking forward to see price come back to this zone. Then we see a continuation to the upside. Then we see a continuation to the upside, because I mean, look at how price reacted once it goes to the zone. We've seen a rejection on the 4-hour. So we definitely are going to see price shoot to the downside. Also, once we see price shoot to the downside, then we see a move to the upside. But I'm seeing a fair value gap here. Yes, I'm seeing a fair value gap here, and so I'm expecting to see price tap into this fair value gap you're seeing here before we see a move to the upside. And so my first point of interest is going to be this zone. All right, we even have a fair value gap here. There is another fair value gap within this zone. All right, yes, there is another fair value gap here, of which I'll be looking forward to see price tap into this fair value gap. All right, if what I'm expecting to see on the market happens. So we are likely to see price tap into the zone, then we see a move to the upside. Yeah, so that is my expectation on Euro JPY. going into next week and beyond. All right, because this is my long-term perspective on these GPY pairs. Let's look at what is happening on CHF JPY. Let's look at what is happening CHF JPY. Let's switch the daily and see. Yeah, so for CHF JPY, I think I'll have to be a little bit reluctant on this pair for now. All right, because market is still bearish here. All right, the highs is being respected, the lows have been broken. So at the moment, so far as a bearish sentiment is concerned, we haven't seen a clear break in the market structure on the daily. So at the moment, I need to be very reluctant on CHF JPY, and I'm going to be very reluctant on that pair. Just look at the daily. All right, look at the daily. We saw price taking out what? This sell side liquidity. All right, you've seen price taking out this sell side liquidity, and then we saw price trying to close what? Trying to close below this low. All right, below this zone. All right, but if I'm going to be bullish on this pair, I want to see this happening next week. All right, I want to see price finally what move to the upside and then close here before we see a move to the upside. All right, yeah, so that is going to be my expectation if we are still going to see a bullish move on CHF JPY. All right, so I'll be very reluctant to see price finally move above this zone and come back into the zone to close here, and then we see a move to the upside. So for CHF JPY, I'll be very reluctant. All right, I'll be very reluctant on CHF JPY. But if you should look at the 4-hour time frame, it has already started giving us a bullish sentiment on the 4-hour time frame. Right after price taking out this sell side liquidity, we saw price gyrating to the upside, revisiting what this structure that was broken. All right, revisiting this structure that was broken, and this is a break in market structure. Yes, this is a break, because when it goes to the lower time frame, I'm going to see it very clear. Yes, so this is a break in market structure, and then we saw price come back into this order block, and then you've seen a move to the upside. And so on the lower time frame, we've started seeing some bullish signs. All right, some signs that price is going to give us a bullish sentiment going forward. So going into next week, I'll be looking at the lower time frame and then the higher time frame as well. So if I'm gonna take a long-term perspective, I should be able to see a bullish sign on a daily time frame. All right, at least price should to come and then take out these buy side liquidities. But on a lower time frame, you've started seeing a bearish sentiment, and so if I'm even going to take any trade on the lower time frame, it's going to be a short-term trade. All right, of which if price should come down, I don't expect this zone to be broken. I want to see this zone to be respected. Then we see a move to the upside, of which if I'm to take a trade, it's going to be me taking a trade here and then targeting. So my stop loss is going to be within this zone, and I'm going to target this buy side liquidity we are seeing here. All right, I'm going to target this buy side liquidity right into the zone, right? And that is going to give us about 239 pips, all right, which is very good. Which is very good for swing trades. All right, yeah, so definitely if we are going to see price move on a long-term basis, I don't want to see price respecting this bearish order block we are seeing here. Yes, because on a higher time frame, if price is bullish, all right, I would wish you have a notepad by you so that what I'm saying now, you just jot it down, because it is very important you inculcate what I'm about to say in your trading plan or within your trading concept. All right, that is if you are familiar or if you have the ICT trading concept in your repertoire. All right, yeah, so just as I said, on the higher time frame, if price is on a bullish move, his price is on a bullish move on a higher time frame, bearish PDRAs, all right, bearish PDRAs on a lower time frame should not be respected. I'm repeating it again. If price is bullish on a higher time frame, if price is bullish on a higher time frame, bearish PDRAs, all right, bearish PDRAs on the lower time frame should not be respected. And what is bearish PDRAs? Order blocks, fair value gaps, liquidity voids, old highs, old lows. All right. So if I say bearish PDRAs, what I mean is bearish order blocks, bearish fair value gaps, bearish liquidity voids, and old highs. All right. All these are bearish PDRAs. It should not be respected. On the other hand, if price is bearish on the higher time frame, bullish PDRAs, that is your bullish order blocks, your bullish fair value gaps, your bullish liquidity voids, and then your old lows, should not be respected. All right, your bullish PDRAs should not be respected. That is on a lower time frame if price is bearish on the higher time frame. All right, yes, you can go back and then play it again and listen to it, because it is really going to help your analysis and then your ideology on the various time frames so far as using these concepts are concerned. All right, yeah, so just as I said, if price is going to be bullish long term, I don't expect to see this bearish order block respected. All right, I don't want to see price respecting this bearish order block. I want to see price breaking through it, and once it breaks through it, this is what normally happens. Once price breaks through this order block, I will expect to see that price will come back into the zone, all right, to close here, and then we see a continuation to the upside. All right, that is what literally happens when this order block is being violated. We are likely to see price coming back to this order block or to close orders here. Then you see a move to the upside. Yeah, so that is just that for the JPY pairs on a long-term perspective. So this is what I think for the various JPY pairs on the long-term perspective. If you are not part of my Telegram community, just look through the description box below. The link is there. Click on the link and be part of the Flax Trading Telegram community, because I will be sending in signals, all right, when these streets mature, or when I see clarity that yes, these streets are ready to move. All right, last week I shared a GBP JPY trade that gave us 200 pips on my Telegram community. Yes, so those that took it, I mean, good for you. That was a good start for the year. So you might want to be part of my Flax Trading Telegram community. All right, yes, you might want to be part and then also take advantage of these moves as well, right? Yeah, so this is my long-term perspective on the GPY pairs, right? Yes, and so far as weekly market outlook is concerned, just be on the watch. All right, I'll begin bringing you the weekly market outlook in February. All right, we have some few days to go for us to begin the month of February. All right, at the moment most markets are not giving me the clarity I want to see so far as intraday trading is concerned. All right, yeah, so just be on the watch. In the month of February, we begin our usual weekly market outlook for the year 2023. If you haven't subscribed, hit on the subscribe button and then smash the notification bell. Like this video and let me see your comment in there. I wish you all good luck and good trade. I'll come your way again another time.